بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أفضل المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه الطيبين الطاهرين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي وبعد. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in a very short narration yet very powerful one, subhanallah, like all his jawami al-kalim, all his words are full of wisdom, gems of wisdom, teaching us about the nature of the life of this world. So it's like the hadith or this narration is two parts. The first part is the very nature of the life of this world, and the second is what to do about it. So the first part, as he sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Ad-dunya mata'." The life of this world, he describes it with one word, mata'. And that's in the Quran. وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا مَتَاعُ الْغُرُورِ. Now the word mata' in Arabic language is very powerful, and it really describes the nature of this life. The first meaning of mata' is what? Provision, sustenance. What does that mean? Provision and sustenance meaning I'm going somewhere. But to reach my destination, to reach my goal, I need some provision. If you're driving, you need some gas for your car. If you don't have gas, you will not reach your destination. You better take some food. If you're traveling for a long time, you don't have your sustenance, your food and water, you might not even make it there, right? So I have a goal, I have a destination. But in order to reach my destination, if I'm driving, I need to stop, get gas. I need to make sure I have sustenance. My destination is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My destination is Jannah. My destination is my heart knowing, experiencing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But to know, to experience Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to eventually reach Him in the hereafter, to be with Allah, to be with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to be in Jannah, right? I need sustenance in this journey. The sustenance of this journey is this life. So what does that mean? Prayers that you pray is sustenance. A person that is needy and I help is sustenance. Oppression that I stand against is sustenance, right? But the interesting part, this is the first meaning of mata'. The second meaning, interestingly enough, mata' is what? Enjoyment, pleasure. You know, mut'a is istimta', right? So the life of this world, not only it is provision and sustenance, but it has another element, enjoyment, pleasure. And that's out of the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at food. Why do we eat? The main function of food to survive, so that I live. But out Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could have made food very bland, you know, no tongue, has no taste. So the function of food is what? To survive, khalas, that's it. But out of Allah's generosity, out of Allah's kindness, out of Allah's mercy, while you are taking the sustenance that you need is enjoyable. So food has a taste, food is good. So not only do I survive with it, it sustains me, but it gives me pleasure to eat. So eating now serves two things. I survive, right? I live, but also I enjoy. That's the problem of this life. When the second overtakes the first. When I forget that I eat to live, not I live to eat. I was talking to my son the other day, he's taking eating some of this junk food. So we eat junk food, candy and stuff. And I said, son, you're eating chemicals. It's literally chemicals. Like that, it's chemicals. You look at it, and he said to me, Baba, chemicals taste good. See, like you're losing the point, right? So we get, when we favor the second, which is we get deluded. We focus so much on attaining pleasure that it's no longer sustenance, and it ceases to serve that function. It becomes joy, but we're not moving. That's a problem. So the Prophet ﷺ now saying, know that this life, this world is very important. It's sustenance, so you have to engage in it, but be careful. Because Allah's generous and He made it sweet and enjoyable, let not the pleasure and joy of it delude you from its first function, right? Now the second part of the hadith. What's the best sustenance? I want to reach my destination. What's the best food? Junk food versus good. Tell me what's the best food to take, right? So I want to reach my destination. What is the best sustenance? As we said, salah, qiyam, dhikr, right? But he sallallahu alayhi wasallam says what? وَخَيْرُ مَتَاعَ الدُّنْيَا الزَّوْجَ الصَّالِحَ. That's in Muslim. And in Tabarani, الزَّوْجُ الصَّالِحَ. Said the best, the most effective sustenance that will make you reach your destination fast, quick, is what? A righteous wife, a righteous spouse, a righteous husband. SubhanAllah. So, a husband, a wife is what? Source of two things. You get pleasure, you get enjoyment, right? I need a companion in this life, but at the same time, it is the best. type of sustenance that makes me reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I read this hadith, the thing that comes to my mind, that typically, yeah, tell her, she needs to hear this, right? No, tell me. Am I this to my wife? Am I the best sustenance? Am I a source of pleasure and enjoyment for her, but at the same time? Because some you can get married to someone, definitely a source of pleasure, and you're like junk food. Tastes good and everything, but she's not taking it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You miss the point. And subhanAllah, some righteous sisters, some righteous brothers, righteous, good, you're helping me to Allah, but you make my journey very hard. There is no taste, there is no pleasure. That's also not good. Am I serving both purposes? When I look to myself, am I a source of sustenance to my wife? Am I her sustenance to the hereafter? Am I helping this goal? This is the number one function. Number two, does she find pleasure and joy in me? Am I a good sustenance? If the answer is yes, you are the best sustenance ever. The best sustenance that we can have is this righteous spouse, a righteous companion. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable all of us not to lose focus, to understand that we take sustenance, we eat to live, not we live to eat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make all of us righteous spouses. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us also to be a source of joy and pleasure and happiness to our beloved ones. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us and our families reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with joy, with happiness, with pleasure. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. جزاكم الله.